Okay, I hope we're live. Give me a second. Okay, good. Let me link it. Okay, I hope we're live. Give me a second. Okay, good. Let me link it. Anyway, I'm not gonna... Okay, I hope we're live. Give me a second. Pushing yet. There's a little bit... Okay, good. I'll explain it in a second, but... Not gonna do... Let me link it. With my defense, obviously. I kind of regretted it last time when... I only... Anyway, I'm not gonna... Okay, I hope we're live. Give me a second. There's a little bit... Okay, good. I'll explain it in a second, but... Not gonna do... Let me link it. With my... defense, obviously. I kind of regretted it last time when to get I only anyway, I'm not gonna okay, I hope we're live. Give me a second. There's a little bit okay, good. I'll explain it in a second, but not gonna do let me link it with my defense, obviously. Just I kind of regretted it last time when to get but I anyway, I'm not okay, I hope we're live. Give me a second. There's a little bit okay, good. I'll explain it in a second, but not gonna do let me link it with my defense, obviously. Just so I kind of regretted it last time when to get but I anyway, I'm not okay, I hope we're live. Give me a second. There's a little bit okay, good. I'll explain it in a second, but not gonna do let me link it with my defense, obviously. Just so I kind of regretted it last time when to get but I anyway, I'm not okay, I hope we're live. Give me a second. There's a little bit okay, good. I'll explain it in a second, but there's not gonna do let me link it with my defense, obviously. Just so I kind of regretted it last time when to get but I anyway, I'm not okay, I hope we're live. Give me a second. There's a little bit okay, good. I'll explain it in a second. There's not gonna do link it with my defense, obviously. Just so I kind of regretted it last time when to get but I anyway, I'm not give me a second. There's a little bit okay, good. I'll explain it in a second. There's not gonna do link it with my defense, obviously. Just so I kind of regretted it. Okay, is it fine now? Sorry about that. Now it should work, right? It was because I added the YouTube chat into it, but I messed it up and the YouTube chat isn't even showing now on the video, even if it should show. Why not? Oh my god. Wait, can you guys see the chat? I'm not seeing the chat. I just see the box, but I don't see the chat. Ah, god damn it. I guess I'll need to look into it later. Yeah, it's supposed to be there. This was supposed to be the way that it works, but it's just an empty black box, yeah. Ah, okay, that sucks. I'll delete it then. Anyway, I guess I'll have it next time. So, I think I might run a defense team with actually no reviler at all and double nuker. I was kind of running it as a joke last couple of days, it was actually getting lots of wins in defense. You can't even see all of the history because Raid is not able to keep it. But as you can see, I got like half of the battle log is wins. Now I'm sure if I go with this defense, I'm gonna get attacked a ton. And that's why I'll try to make it short, but maybe I can do like a 15-minute push and get like a 50% win rate in defense or even more, as long as I don't get too high, but I know that I'll get attacked a lot with this. Like the chat works, I can see it in my OBS, but the actual overlay just doesn't work, even though that was supposed to be simple and easy. But okay, I'll think about that later. It is what it is. I mean, there's many other people that stream often, so they'll explain it to me, I guess. I don't have any fancy like overlay for it anyway. I should get a fancy one, but I thought I would start with just a simple one so that it would actually work. But okay, so the sound is now fine, right? There's no issues with that. Okay, so we got a little bit time, so let me actually show you on Hell Hades Optimizer what I'm running. So like I always said, I make my Narses a lot slower for Classic Arena offense. This is what I'm running right now, and as you can see, I could maybe Chaos Dust is a little bit better. This is overall not maybe better build than the one that I usually run, but I kind of want it to be slower on purpose. So it does have more damage, but on purpose it's a bit slower. Yeah, I got the cheap Mega Force. This is basically the cheapest brand that you can get in Finland as far as the energy drinks goes, and it has your basic energy drink taste. The thing is that I prefer some other ones, but they weren't in the shop. So, but yeah, I mean the offense is the basic one that I think well, not everyone does, but I feel like it's very common one that I can do that team. That most people do. I mean, they have other offenses as well, but it's the white duo with Armans and Lydia. And you don't even need Ankora in offense. Some people run double Narses, or you can have like a Grixia, or basically anything else. But you don't really need the Ankora if you have a like very strong team and fast one. But I do go with it. If I had double Narses, maybe I would do it though. Let me find the picture of top 30 from the last week. Actually, it's kind of hard to find it when I have the stream up and the Discord isn't showing stuff. No, okay, I found it. Okay, so here's the teams that people ran top 30 in last week. I hope I can get a copy of it from somebody else this week as well. Some people run like they have like 2 raids open. Maybe you have seen like Golden Sato did that and some others as well. They have like one client with the account that they're playing, and then another client open as like a small one just to see the leaderboards, so that they can actually get the best possible screenshots for the real-time leaderboards. I should do that in the future as well, but I don't have it right now. But I was kind of talking with other people that Basically, the difference with the old defense teams that you saw, it used to be always Sifi, Taras, Maritzka, and UDK. And now every team is usually running a lockout. Some of these are even running double lockout with Galatir and Grixia. And basically, they kind of removed Sifi out of the picture. And then you do see some defense teams without Taras, and they're running either Narses or Siegfried, pretty much. But the issue with Siegfried is that he can get locked out and can switch the form freely, and all of the damage is on the first form. So if you run Siegfried, you need to have like a fast lockout. It's a lot harder to do than the Taras defense, let's say. But these are not as tally as the defense teams used to be. They are a lot more aggressive with the lockout. And obviously, I'm not able to pull this off, so we're gonna go with the weird double nuker midweek defense team. And this is what I would recommend to other people as well, that if you don't have your defense up to par, and I kind of made this mistake a couple weeks ago because I was getting a little bit complacent because I've been doing it for a long time and I used to have very strong defense, but if your defense doesn't hold up, then don't do very long push. You could even do like a 5 minutes platinum push, especially right now with the Narses and Armans. You can do really fast offense fights, so there's no reason to do it longer than that. That's the easiest and smartest way if you just want to get your first plat avatar. But yeah, get like a couple points below, and then kind of depending how you choose, and you can experiment with it a little bit, that maybe 1 week you do 5-minute push, and if you didn't get attacked at all, maybe next week you do a little bit longer, and maybe you can get better results, and you can find it that way. But if you have a good defense, then you should do longer push. It kind of depends what you're able to do. And yeah, this is what I'm running. I know it does sound a little bit meme defense, but it's what we're gonna go with. My Armans isn't very fast. He's in Stone Skin though. And then I have Stone Skin Rotos and Wukong that isn't in Stone Skin or Reaction, and then a tank UDK in the end. But since I have the UDK, I thought that the two revivers that I have is Duchess and Angora, and Narcissus is gonna ignore the Duchess passive. Nobody's running Duchess defense at all right now, and my Duchess is also in a bolster, so it's kind of a liability for me. And then Angora just doesn't do that much if you're not running Narcissus in your team. I mean, it's okay, but I was kind of running this with double nuker as a midweek meme defense, and it was getting out of wins, so we're gonna try it this week, and if it sucks, then I'm not gonna do it next week. But so far, what you see in the last 10 hours, it's kind of looking good. If it's like this on reset, then maybe we can get top 50 today or something like that. Yeah, I was gonna show up, like, I mean, I was kind of promising to do them live for a long time, and it didn't happen, but now we're gonna do it. The only issue though, like I said, is that I was supposed to have the chat, because I think it looks way better with the chat up, but it was kind of bugging out, so I had to look it up after the stream, I guess. I'll get the proper overlay for next time as well. And the audio was screwed at the start if you missed on it. Yeah, the thing is that, I mean, it kind of makes sense. Duchess is old champion and has been top tier for PvP always, so I'm surprised that she lasted this long. I don't think she's ever gonna be that meta again though, unless like they would have to make something that completely counters Narcissus. that is also good against other stuff, so I don't see that happening. Oh, what defense did I suggest to you, Jonah? I can't I can't recall exactly what you're talking about because we often talk about defense teams. By the way, like I said, there's still time. I'm gonna do like 15-minute push. If anyone has any questions about defense teams or anything like that, then I can help out with that right now. Yeah, the chat, like it's gonna look stupid if I speak to myself and you can't see the chat, so that's why I wanted it. Okay, so we saw the last week's top defense team. So right now, 30 minutes before the end, some people may still, like the thing that the top accounts often do is that they have, well, they can have even more than that, but usually they have 2 defense teams, and then they switch to the other team maybe like 10, 15, 20 minutes before the end, but they start pushing even before that. And if their defense does really well, then they might not switch at all. And if the defense team gets farmed, usually like in the high ranks, it's very easy to find a specific player. You just do a couple refreshes and you can find the same guy. So if there's somebody that you can farm easily, you're just gonna spam that one guy. And when that happens, they switch defense team. That's why they need to have more than one. And I feel like in this meta right now, people aren't. I mean, I guess the double lockout Ukraine duo is what we see a lot, but the meta hasn't settled in yet, so people are trying different stuff. Like we're seeing a Shu Chen here in rank 4. I have no idea. Oh, it's probably some ET account. I have no idea about the names because you know that most of these people, they are driven by somebody else than the original owner, and then they just put all kinds of random names every week, so I don't even know who is who. Like Telkaron, for instance, I mean, he definitely hasn't changed the name, but I don't think that's him, so it's somebody else playing on the account. And we got the ET in Mad as well, so I don't even know everybody there. Or like Deeks who quit the game like 15 years ago. So Armand's Narses, Ankara Rotos defense. I would definitely say that you should put UDK in that defense if you can. There's a reason why you see practically everybody. I guess you can see some people now not doing it, but they always have the lockout in the team. But UDK does make your defense very solid. I would say that if you don't have a lockout in your defense, you must run UDK. And even if you do have a lockout, then people are still generally running UDK, though we see a lot less of it than just before the release of Narses. Back then, every single team would have UDK. But yeah, if you don't have a lockout, I would use Armans in your defense like I'm doing right now. Even though my Armans isn't that fast and it's mostly there just to scare some people. But maybe somebody like is using their own Armans against me and not lockout. And maybe I can survive with Stone Skin or Reaction or something. So I'm sure he will be useful sometimes. And we can see from the... Oh, there's a loss. We can see from the defense team that it's getting some wins at least. Yeah, missing out on UDK kind of sucks, but at least unlike Ninja, he's in the pool that you're able to pull him. Like I said, Adrian, I think we're gonna start just in a second. I think maybe like 15 or 20 minutes. If we I usually like to look at top 20 as the threshold. So to be in top 20, and of course, these are gonna go up a little bit, but not that much. And right now I'm like 170 points below top 20, and of course I'm gonna get some losses, and the rank is gonna go up a little bit in points, not a lot, maybe like let's say 20 points in the end. I think I'll go with the 20-minute push, but if I did push longer than that, and 20 minutes may be too much, we will find out today when I'm testing this new defense. But let's say that I get to top 100 and there's like 10 minutes left of the reset, I might not even finish plat. My defense will get absolutely destroyed when the top accounts see me. Some other people might dodge me in lower platinum, but definitely nobody will in top platinum. And I'm sure there is some people that are gonna hunt me as well, so it is what it is. And good luck to everybody else that might be pushing. Let me check on Twitch. Like, is there somebody streaming right now platinum push? Because I used to always watch the Rats push, like until I started my own push. I watched his stream, and then I always joined it afterwards. Oh, I hope you don't hear the. Okay, it's off. Good. Yeah, I screwed the audio at the start, so I turned it off, so you can't hear the browser. Yeah, nobody's streaming. No, is that guy streaming? There may be one guy streaming Flat Reset, but I have not seen this before. Oh, okay, he's just doing live arena. Nobody's streaming Platinum Push at all. Anyway. There used to be multiple people. Rats used to do it. Authentic used to do it. I think Authentic still does it. And there was multiple IPR people streaming the reset as well. And of course, like, you know, Boomer and some other people used to do it back in the day as well. But Chatsup is streaming, but I just checked the Ray Twitch, and I didn't see him there. I mean, wait. Does he have some other game up?
Déjà que ça m'arrive de frapper les hyper sans faire exprès. Pardonnera, mais il y a de grandes chances que si je te croise, je te casse la gueule sans vouloir.
I don't know why it wasn't shown.
Je suis désolé, je m'excuse d'avance, mais j'avoue que les 3/4 du temps, c'est même pas volontaire en fait.
He's not shown here on the... Do I have like...
Juste que déjà, même les hyper, bon, sans faire exprès, ça m'arrive de les frapper.
But okay, yeah, Chasup is streaming, sure. Me and
OBS,
Chasup have
bah non, justement, c'est ça qui est drôle.
My channel started out as doing just classic arena pushes with no commentary or anything else.
Didier avec un certain
what?
Bah écoute. Bah attends, mais c'est pas le tricheur, Mad Infinite?
What are you talking about?
Et puis
Wait,
c'est
can you hear
tricheur.
his stream? Oh fuck. You weren't supposed to hear it. Ah, I thought I turned it off on the... Damn, I sucked today. I thought I turned it off on the OBS. Anyway, so he used to hit me a lot on his stream, and it was always on both of his stream and my video, so it was kind of funny. But now we can have like a double stream when he hits me. You can't hear it now, right? I mean, there's no way you can hear it now. You can? Damn, I really need to look into this stuff. when I opened his stream, I thought you couldn't hear it. I mean, anyway, I'm not gonna show. I was gonna show my OBS, but it doesn't matter. I'll think about it later. I think Shazap is just playing on his own account. He's basically running the same offense as me, but with Yumeko. He's definitely the most active Classic Arena streamer because he's been doing it like, I don't know, 3 years. So there's definitely nobody else that has done it as long as he has on stream. Okay, yeah, sorry, my bad about the 30 seconds of Friends. I thought I had it covered. Anyway, it's how much time do we have? 19 minutes. Yeah, hopefully, I guess I had some issues yesterday as well, so hopefully it will be better next time. Oh, this guy is also running double nuker. I saw Panda running basically this defense couple times, but he's not doing it anymore. But well, I think on the last week's top 30, there wasn't a single team with Lazarus. But when we saw Lazarus in defense teams, it was always Sigrun and Lazarus together. But think about how annoying this team is if he goes first. You're getting locked out by the Armans, and then you're getting locked out by the Krixia, and then you're getting locked out by the Lazarus. That's pain. You don't like how Shazap sounds? It's kind of cringe to say, but I kind of like the like the Friends sounds. I think it's kind of funny. I like the way he speaks, but it's not just him, it's the other Friends people as well. I'm not like English, so I don't have any like hate relationship with the Friends people. Yeah, thanks a lot, Buhoga PD. I don't know how to say that. Buho GPAD. I don't know if you're like Vietnamese or something. I don't know what's that name. The Vietnamese people always have that kind of confusing names. Oh, okay. His audio was louder. I get it. Yeah, I think Chasup is more like he speaks like a streamer. Let's say he sounds like a caster or something like that. Yeah, I know that I know the relationship between English and French. It's kind of like Finnish and Swedish, but we really don't have as big beef as you guys. I think it's kind of funny. I've had some English friends in the past, and they always make French jokes, so I kind of I'm used to it. Okay, we're 20 points off. I think now is good time to start pushing. Just like before, I mean, I'm basically avoiding every team with Lockout or any kind of speed threat, which is gonna be most teams. So we're gonna be spamming the refresh a lot. But hopefully we will have very fast battles, and it's gonna be pretty much full auto. As you can see, my Narcissus is super slow, like I showed before. He's only like, was it 175 speed or something like that? Specifically, I made it slower for the classic arena push. It usually is enough to outslow the enemy stone skin and reaction. I mean, it should always be, but often if they have like a Sifi, it's gonna be even enough to outslow the 6p stone skin Sifi if it does turn meter boost. And this should be relatively safe auto, except now he's gonna pull off a revive. The good thing with Narcissus is that he... Oh, nice, we got it back. He ignores the Siegfried passive, but only with the A2, not the other skill, so we need to kill it with that. That's why you saw those Siegfried teams in the top 30. They were running double nuker often with Lazarus, and if not, they had like double or triple lockout, or I guess triple with Lazarus, but usually double lockout. But because of that, Siegfried is a bit odd champion to run in defense. He's very strong, but if he gets locked out, then he doesn't do anything, and Narcissus can ignore his passive, so it's not quite as tanky as something like Taras. Wait, do I have your defense on my battle log right now? I don't really want to hit any of those P teams. Also, by the way, one thing that you can worry about, especially later on, I'll do this easy fight, but you definitely, if you're able to hit both the low and high point teams, and if you're at the top level, then, or let's say you're in the mid platinum, you're only gonna have enemies that give you 10 points. But if you're at the top or the low platinum, you're gonna have some people in the bottom that give much more points than the people at the top of the screen. And you want to prioritize, of course, the people that give you more points. Can we take that team? Looks pretty scary. I'm pretty sure he has like 2 6-piece stone skin. This might be risky, but oh, it's Kir Gamer as well. That's like a Russian content creator. I kind of want to hit both of them. Let's open with the Kir Gamers team. It looks a little easier. I think both of these teams might be kind of hard, so might be smarter to avoid them, but I want to see what happens. It's a short push. I mean, since I'm not doing like 20-minute push or like 30 plus, there's not a lot of room for mistakes, so you really should only go after the easy fights and not do any ego battles. That's what I usually do, but I kind of feel like I should be able to hit the Mad Guys team. Let me think about it. So, Mark, I mean, I'm sure you know something about it, but of course the Friends and UK people have... Can we hit it? They have had a lot of historical beef, but not just in the past, but even in the modern times. I mean, not to get too political, but I guess one of the reasons why UK left EU, among other things, but one of the main things actually was some disputes about the fishing rights and their territorial waters, and EU was doing some kind of weird regulations that sometimes the English people were not able to fish in their own national waters, but the French people were allowed to fish there. Something weird like that. And there was a lot of news about this, that the fishing boats were like attacking each other and doing... Okay, we lost it. Doing sabotage, and it wasn't good. I knew I shouldn't have picked that fight. That's a big mistake. Don't do what I just did. I knew it was too strong. Okay, only easy battles now. Not that I'm an expert between the UK or EU fishing regulations or their dispute, but I know that much. It was covered in news so much that if you live in EU and you follow news a little bit, you kind of couldn't not hear about it. Finnish people have kind of similar gripes with EU as well, that they give us very hard time on the regulation regarding like forests and chopping trees. And Finnish people feel like we do so much better job than basically non-Nordic EU countries in regards to that kind of stuff, that it's kind of ridiculous that EU is like giving us crap about that. Because Finnish people are very like He has Armans. That was wrong fight to pick. Finnish people are pretty strict about that kind of stuff and follow rules, and we have strong rules about that kind of stuff. So we are not like trying to destroy our forests here. Dude, I think hitting that one guy that I knew I was gonna lose to was a big mistake. Because we're doing a short push, I think that's gonna affect the result a lot. What rank are we right now? 310. Maybe if we can get some like 9 fast fights, we might still be do a good result. Yeah, I can't hit like any of those teams. I also need to pay attention to. Last week I hit somebody in the OC cluster accidentally. I didn't really think about that because I'm used to avoiding mad people, and that kind of went over my head. Oh, he resisted me. That's not good. Oh, another mistake. I should have done the A3 to get rid of the bone armor, and not the strengthen, because we got one shot. But it's not that big deal since we're gonna get our cooldowns decreased by Ankara Revive. But I could have said that for later. That was a mistake. But we're still good. I'm not playing Deadman mode in RuneScape or OAS Aras, but I have played RuneScape a lot in the past, both in like OAS Aras, but I also just played the original RuneScape way before the evolution of combat. RuneScape used to be like by far the most popular game in Finland at one point. When I was a kid, everybody was playing RuneScape in public libraries and so on. Basically, everybody that I knew was playing it. So I started out by having like a shared account between my classmates, and then later on I had my own accounts. Damn, this guy has everybody in resist. I mean, we're good. I'd be better off just autoing since the Narcissus is block revived anyway. Damn, I can't hit anything. Okay, this one we can hit, but if he has a lot of 6p stone skin, it's still like if he has everybody on it, it could be hard. Okay, this will be fine. Usually, okay, never mind. That was a really fast Taras. Does he have a lot of life harvest? If he doesn't, then we might be good. I don't know if I have enough damage to kill him after that light harvest health reduction. If we don't one-shot the Taros here, we're in trouble. Okay, we're good. That was kind of close, to be fair, but it's okay. Which Finnish clan? There's a couple ones, but I wasn't in any of them. If you're talking about wait. If you're talking about Finland warriors, I have been in their Discord in the past, but I have not been in the clan. Then there's the other clan. I just hit one of their guys like yesterday, but I forgot what's the name. There's some other clan with like Finland something on it. I don't know those guys. But no, I haven't been in them. Can we hit the Siegfried team? I want to hit this. It looks kind of scary with the trophy, and I'm sure he has a lot of stone skin and good builds, but let's see. But yeah, the clans that I have been in, like I was in MAD for like 3 years. And before that I was in NZ, Tomb of Nazarick. Before that I was in Sin Cluster. And before that I was in Rat Cluster. But this is like years ago. I mean, I played the game for 5 years. Can we? Okay, we can get the turn. I think we're good. Yeah, okay, this is a fast fight. It's kind of risky. So, like, some of these fights, it's like, we can lose it or it's super fast. I mean, 40 seconds is not that fast, but it's kind of fast. Maybe I need to make my Narsa slightly faster next time. I think last time I had it like 185 and now it's 172. I don't want to hit any Galatir teams. Can we hit the Alika team? What is this? I feel like I'm gonna lose to Alika, but I kind of want to see what happens here. I think this is totally losable fight. Damn. Man is running Alika defense. He kind of deserves to to get my points at this point. Yeah, I knew it. I knew I was gonna lose to Alika. I knew it. Oh, I haven't got feared there. Okay, that's not good. We lost it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Okay. We might have been okay, but now I lost that fight in like 2 minutes left. Now we're screwed. I don't want to hit that Harima team either. If I had Harima, I would definitely run it in defense myself. Damn, there's nobody that I can hit. Okay, that one. Dude, I knew I was gonna lose to Alika. I literally said it before the fight, but I wanted to hit. It was the same with the other team that I lost to as well. I knew I was gonna lose to it. I should have played it smart. I knew Alika was too strong for me. I should have just not even tried my chance. Okay, removing that bolster there wasn't the best thing to do. Okay, we're good. We're gonna get the revive, and this might be a really fast one. Okay, never mind. Anchor almost died there, but we're good. How did my Armans survive, but Angora almost died? How's that even possible? Yeah, okay, that was really way too close. What? I'm seeing like 3-man team. I feel like I might have dropped out of plat or be very close to the plat bar right now. Those 2 losses in offense definitely hurt me a lot, especially in a short push like this. Last week I didn't lose any battles in offense, but and I also did, I think, maybe a little bit longer push than today. Yeah, lots of people are running the UDK. It's not always with UDK, but the white door defense, often with UDK, but it could be without it. But you need to have like a fast lockout for that. I've seen some people finish like top 10 with that. I don't know if anybody has, oh my god, I don't know if anybody has won with that team, but people finish with it pretty high. Can we fight the Georgia team? I think this is kind of risky, but it could be a very fast one if we can get it done. I think there's only like a minute left, so Oh fuck. If Lydia were to freeze... Never mind, I'm good. Right? Oh no, okay, we're fine. The Torment passive took away the Lydia block revive. Maybe I should have done the A3 on the charge it, just to make sure that it gets block revived, but we're good. Okay, 10 seconds. I'm gonna start another fight, but I don't think it's probably not gonna count. If I refresh now that it's after it, I'm not gonna get any teams, so if I can't fight anybody here, then it's over. But if we do this battle fast, it might count. The plat reset is kind of weirdly bugged like this, that the reset usually doesn't end when it's supposed to be. And the funny thing is that we didn't used to have this issue. This issue only appeared maybe like a year ago. Something like that. But after that it happens like always. But this never used to be a thing though. They just they changed something in the game and they haven't fixed it. I don't know if they even are aware that something is broken or not, but it is what it is. And when this issue originally happened, I don't think that has happened in a while, but when this issue originally happened, there used to be this issue that on many Platinum Arena resets, nobody got the nobody won, nobody got the trophy, even though we can see from our own leaderboards that Woo was rank 1, and then we like asked the rank 1 and the other top ranking people that did you guys get the trophy? And none of them got the trophy. And then we had to like Barrio manually gave the trophy. Okay, are we gonna lose? Barrio manually gave out the trophy later on those times. I think it happened like more than 5 times that nobody got it at all. But I think last time it happened is maybe more than 6 months ago, so I think that bug may be fixed at this point. There was one reset there where I think I was rank 3 on that reset, and nobody got trophy, and I knew that I didn't win. I knew that I didn't win, but in the back of my head I was like hoping that there's a chance that it's not the guy that was rank 1 in our screenshots. It could have been rank 2 or maybe rank 3, but I knew that there was, I don't recall how many points lead, but I was well below the rank 2, so I knew that it was going to be one of them. Oh, you didn't play Blaze of Fate. That sucks. How did your defense do? Okay, let's see how my defense did. So, not starting out well. We got 3 losses at the end. That's always bad. You want to get some wins at the end. That's gonna make a huge difference. We actually didn't get hit that a lot. I'm kind of surprised about the results. I mean, we did only do 15-minute push, to be fair, specifically to avoid getting attacked, but we only got hit like, how many times is this? Like 7 times? And we only won one of them, which is not great, but in this meta it's kind of hard to win in defense. I was maybe expecting to get a little bit more wins because I was getting a lot midweek wins with this defense. I don't know if I'll run it next week or not, I'll think about it, but like I showed earlier, I was running the double nuker defense. Okay, we finished, but let's see some predictions. What do you think? Am I gonna get top 100 or top 200? I think it could go either way. I don't think we definitely didn't make it top 50, not with the losses in offense. No way. Okay, we did get like 4 wins after the last loss against the Alika that I called. Yeah, that's kind of funny. I don't know how he was able to pull off the Alika defense. I mean, some faster people should farm him super easily, but maybe he is really fast. But I thought that I could still maybe out-tank the Leorios, but the Ramantu is... you don't want to underestimate that. Okay, seeing that you guys think that I'm top 200, probably I wasn't top 100. Let's see. Maybe I'm top 400. Okay. 454, so we barely made it. I guess there was that one point when I saw that the 3-man defense team, and I said that did I fall out of platinum? How am I seeing a 3-man defense team? I knew that we were very low at that point, but I did get a couple of wins at the end. The thing is that the difference between like 454 and top 100 isn't that high. So let's say that my last 3 defense battles were wins instead of losses. I could have been really close to top 50. There's much bigger difference. Like the difference between top 500 and top 20 is usually smaller than the difference between top 20 and rank 1. I think on last week it was like something like 130 points from not being in platinum to being top 20, and then a little like 150 points to be rank 1 from top 20, something like that. I didn't type the exact numbers down, but I did take a look at it. By the way, the Swift Parry is pretty much worthless right now. I have been using it a little bit, and of course with the stone skin accessories, it's possible to run 4-piece stone skin and Swift Parry, but it's not really, nobody's really doing it, to be honest. I feel like they could buff Swift Parry and deflection sets, but I don't see that ever happening. Even though they did buff some of the item sets not that long ago. Does anyone have a picture of the top 30? Let's see if somebody posted it in my Discord. By the way, there's a channel in my, to shield my Discord a little bit, we have a channel for lat pushers where people post their finishes, and we usually talk about it there afterwards. So I recommend joining that chat. Wait, can you see it on stream? Okay, it works. Yeah. Like I said before, I'm trying to shield for my Discord super hard because I'm trying to get some active arena discussion going on. There isn't really any public arena-focused Discords, and I'm trying to make my Discord to be that. So anyway. But yeah, top 454, not super impressive, but it's pretty tough in the meta. I mean, it always happens that you kind of need the champions that are meta right now. I always complain about it, I know, but I don't quite have the best things for this meta. Even in my offense, which against the teams that I can battle, it's pretty good, but I'm not able to hit, as you can see, almost everybody. I had to do like tons of refreshes. Not that it actually cost that much games, because you're gonna get like 100 from finishing plat. I didn't check, but I don't think we really lost any gems overall, but you need some very specific champions in the meta right now. So yeah, if anybody has the top 20 or top 30 leaderboard, I would like to show it on the stream. I don't have it, and only those people that have 2 clients and are preparing for it can get the pictures. Last week, I think somebody from Mad posted it. I always copy pasted the picture from Mad. It always used to be Rats who was the one that always made the picture. But I think somebody obviously took over after he stopped doing it. Okay, let me give you a Discord link. Yeah, that's kind of funny thing that I'm shilling for my Discord and I don't have even the link in the in the description of the stream or anything like that. Okay, that should work. Really? So I did lose gems. Okay. That much gems, that's kind of surprising. Does that link work? Okay, it works. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, then I'm not in rush to go anywhere. It's kind of cool that nowadays with the change to the Great Hall chests, we can get some divine speed even if you finish Platinum. It's kind of like a first world problem, but it used to be kind of annoying that basically the items that you get from the gold 4 chest, they are better than the Platinum rewards because Swift Parry is useless and divine speed can be pretty good. Yeah, I can show Narcis's build. Also, give me a sec. On all of my video descriptions, I should just have it on the stream description and channel description next time, but I do have link to my optimizer always in my video descriptions. Okay, there's my optimizer link. I can also show it from the optimizer that has much better visuals than the actual in-game menu, but this is what I was running, but like I said, I'm gonna switch the build right now afterwards and make it a lot faster for live arena. I can actually show you it if I remember the build out of top of my head, but as you can see, in the current build, multiple pieces don't have any speed at all. And this is a little bit more damage than my faster build, but it's not even a lot more damage. I specifically wanted it to be slower on purpose to not go before enemy reaction and stone skin. Actually, fuck that. There's no way that I'm gonna remember it. I think I need to switch like 4 or 5 pieces, so let's quickly run it on the optimizer. By the way, I have a literal video guide how to run optimizer, how to get the good builds for PvP properly. You kind of need to, there's some things that you need to put in the settings, but I literally have a video about it if you're interested. Wait, Mark, what crime did I do? Did I attack somebody? Oh, okay. Never mind. I hit somebody twice. Oh my god. Was it just him? Okay, it was just him, but it was it was at the end of the push, of course. Okay. I was kind of getting antsy in the end. It is what it is. I guess I wasn't able to find like anybody that I could hit, and I was just rushing spamming the refreshes, and I found him twice. He might have not finished plat because of me. That sucks. Yeah, and the thing is that I did it last week as well. I hit last week somebody in OC as well. So wait, why is it showing me a build like this? Okay, it's a bit slower build. What did I... Okay, let's do 40. No. Wait, did I set the enemy defense? This build looks weird. This is definitely not the best one that I can put on him. Why is it giving me like a 2-piece broken set? I have run this before, so I'm 100% sure that this is not the best build I can do with those stats. What do I have wrong? Let me unlock all the champions just to be sure. Sometimes if you like lock one champion, it's gonna screw it, but I don't think anybody's even wearing those items right now. The best build I have is gonna be with speed cruel boots. I can almost remember it out of the top of my head, but for now, for some reason, it's giving me like a broken 2-piece set, and this is definitely not the best build I can do. It's giving so weird build. This is like nowhere close to my best build. I kind of actually made a video about the Classic Arena like meta last week. It wasn't a super popular one because I wasn't very active and had like a break, but let me find it. But I literally made the video that you're talking about, pretty much. It's this one. Of course, I'm getting those pesky ads. I linked it in the chat. But this video was kind of talking about the meta right now. The title maybe was too broad and clickbaity. Maybe it wasn't clear enough. But I was talking about I was looking at last week's top 30 and what teams people were running and so on. Okay, that's the build. No, that's not the build either. Damn. I definitely have something wrong in the settings right now. I can't figure it out. I'll restart the client off stream, but I have run it before. I know I didn't pull any good items this week, so there's no way it's different. Maybe I'll just remember it. Sometimes the client has like some weird bug that you updated the settings, but it still didn't take them into account. And then if you close it, then it works again. I think something like that must have happened. Well, Jazz Up, thanks for stopping by. I got like 454 and I lost like couple fights at the end, and then I attacked somebody in OC cluster twice at the end that I didn't notice, so didn't go perfectly according to the plan. I was barely able to finish plat. Pretty sure I dropped out of the platinum at the end because I found that one 3-man defense team, but it didn't actually show it to me that I dropped out. So Okay, this is my normal build. Yeah. No, something is wrong. It's too. Oh, it's the wrong banner. I think it's right one. Yeah. Okay, I was able to manually fix it. Now we're good. Yeah, I really want to get the 4-star blessing on him. It does make a huge difference. I might even go all the way to 6-star on him, but it's gonna take so long time that very likely there's gonna be other good champions that I might want to use that time, like in the meantime, or that will change my plans. But for now, I'm going UDK 6-star blessing next, and the champion after that I can go to 6-star, it's gonna be like a year, so there's no rush to decide which one. But I'm still gonna go for the UDK, even though he's a little bit less popular than a couple months ago. Oh, random human, did you finish platinum? Well, I'm glad that you pushed plat because of the stream. I don't know why, but I feel like Classic Arena used to be much more popular among the raid players, and people kind of got bored of it, and the hardcore players, a lot of them quit the game, so it's a lot less popular. There used to be a lot of discussion in the official Discord about the Platinum reset. There was always a lot of it after it, but it kind of died down. Grats Ebin, yeah. I mean, I did like 14-minute push and I lost 2 battles in offense, so that definitely impacted it a lot. And I think we went 8 losses, 1 win in defense. Yeah, the gem thing is kind of depending on the meta, because the Lockout wasn't that popular. Well, I guess you can see it right now, but the Lockout wasn't popular in defense, or it was a lot less common than it is right now. Just like 2 months ago, in top 30, there will be couple teams with Lockout, but most wouldn't be with it. So there was you didn't really have to refresh as much as you do right now. And of course, if you are fast or you have Grixia or something like that, then you might be able to attack those teams that I was avoiding. But that's how the meta is right now, so you might have to spam a lot of gems. It kind of goes back and forth. Like, Lockout always goes in and out of meta. I remember at one point it used to be super meta, like 4 years ago. Every single defense team had a Lockout, and they usually didn't even have any nuker at all. And then it has multiple times like fallen out of the meta and came back in. Thing is that with something like Grixia, we definitely have the best counters to Lockout we've ever had. Issue is that Grixia is not something that you can guarantee to get, but there's a good possibility with the mechanic of primals that if maybe we get primal fusions, there could easily be many other primals that can deal with Lockout, even if they don't have actual cooldown reset to the team. So maybe we can get past that at some point. Maybe if I cry enough about Lockout, maybe Plarium will give us a fusion champion that deals with it. Who knows? I could try at least. Honestly, I mean, I'm sure it has nothing to do with like me complaining about it in CC chats, but we were kind of talking about it in the video I did with actually with both Noobs and Rock, that I used to post like during the old Taras Maritska UDK Sifi meta, which lasted for a year. Every single player ran the exact same defense team for more than a year. I used to post every week the top 30 in CC chat for several months. I don't know if that made them think that we need to do something about Taras, but maybe it did, maybe it didn't, but maybe if we complain about Lockout enough, maybe it will go up in their priority list to make some ways to counter it more publicly available. Who knows? I feel like Reddit should complain about the PvP balance more, but I feel like the players that speak on Reddit are mostly not PvP players, but when they speak about other stuff like Urogrim, Plarium definitely noticed that and is paying attention to it. They have multiple times said to us in CC chat that they do follow the raid Reddit, so if you have big grievances, I would make Reddit post, to be honest. Unironically, I would make some Reddit post complaining about the game issues. They do follow it. I almost feel like more than the official Discord, because sometimes the mods do come talk in the official Discord, but they do that maybe like once every month, and they do answer questions when they do it, but not very often. But I feel like the Reddit moderators are reporting to them every week what people are talking about. I'm losing my voice. I feel like I don't know what number I have at primals, but I'm getting closer to it. I definitely not at pity, but I think I might already be close to 100 pulls or something like that. I hope I don't go with the same route on primals as I did with voids. I hope I get a lot more of them than the PT pull every other year or something like that. Yeah, Necret is super out of the meta right now because Narses. Not even just Narses, but something like Lazarus can ignore the shields and so on. But he's pretty much like a liability in defense because of Narses A2 and his passive. This is another thing that I have complained about in the past many times on my videos. You might have heard it before, so it's a bit repetitive, but there used to be a client, I forget the name of it at this point, but something like RSL Helper, and it only did one thing, and it showed the pity pull, like the countdowns, how many shards you need to pull for pity. And Plarium just said that it's like a in-game issue, that it compromises the client or whatever, and they fixed it so that the client doesn't work anymore, and they never added it to the menus. I don't know why they can't do it. I mean, they are super stubborn about it. They know that people have been asking for the pity counter, and they don't want to do it. I don't see how they would lose a lot of money just by adding the pity counter to the game. I mean, I'm not expert, I'm sure they know better than me, but I would think that some people would see that I'm pretty close to pity counter, and maybe if I buy like, I don't know, 20 voids, then I can hit pity pool on this, I don't know, CF 10x7. Maybe that would encourage some people to even buy more shards, who knows, but it's super annoying that you can't actually see it in the game, and RSL Helper is down half of the time. Sometimes it feels like most of the time. So at least for me personally, I'm never able to track it with RSL Helper, and I don't even try to do it. Doesn't work. I used to have a Discord channel where I always type how many shards that I pulled, but then I forget to do it half of the time, and I wasn't patient enough to use it. What's up, Anonymous? I don't know, what do I call you nowadays? I guess you have changed your name. Arena Gaming X. I remember I used to tell you that the Anonymous is not good name for YouTube search results, because there's a million other channels with Anonymous in their name. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely what they think, and I'm sure they are right. I mean, they take this stuff pretty seriously. Plarium is a big company. I'm sure they have like some actual research about people's spending habits, and I guess it is more profitable to them if they don't show us the PT counter. I mean, I'm not gonna like assume incompetence. I'm gonna assume that they know what they're doing, and that's what they're doing. What they're doing. It's no way because they didn't look into it. If showing the PT counter would make them more money, they would show it. Let's put it that way. And they definitely have looked into it and tried to find out which one is better. I got 454 ghosty, so it didn't go too well. I lost 2 battles in offense pretty close to the end, so didn't go perfectly. And my defense also didn't get any wins at the end. But at least we finished Plat. It's pretty hard to finish Plat right now, so I'll take it. It didn't used to be an issue. Like, I didn't worry about not finishing Plat in the old metas, but I can definitely still finish top 20. Let's say top 50. Maybe not top 20, but top 50 I was maybe 3 weeks ago. I can definitely do it, but at the same time, I can also finish gold. So I need to be pretty careful and precise about my pushes. Unless I pull like Galatir or Grixia or something like that. Oh, so when the Arix solo thing like became a thing, I was using Arix in live arena. I haven't been using it in a while. Maybe I should build it. Is it a lot better than this? I mean, it's not really an issue that my spider battles are this long. I used to have a faster team for this, but it requires my Ludia to be at specific speed, and I don't have it built right now, but as you can see, I used to do this in 4 turns at one point. But I could do the solo Arix team. I guess I'll look into it. If it's like, how fast is it? How many seconds? But I don't really farm Spider outside of fusion events or doing the daily quest. And to be honest, 40 seconds is fast enough, but I might as well do it. I'm using Arix in Curse City floors anyway, so probably the same build would work on both of them. I've been slacking a bit in my tag team arena. It really isn't hard for me at all to stay in gold 4, but there was like multiple weeks where I was sick or lazy, both of them happened, and I dropped to silver 2, but I can literally stay in gold 4 just by autoing fights, as long as I don't forget to put my defense team up. But if it's like Sunday and I'm at 0 points, it's gonna take me like 5 hours to get to stay in gold 4, so it happened multiple times in a row. But I can just auto the battles, and I might not win every single battle, but I will win most of them, and it actually isn't an issue at all to stay gold 4, apart from me being lazy. Wixwell, I didn't even consider him for PvP. I guess I did like when it was just announced, but I literally haven't seen anybody use him. I feel like surely at some point they will release another champion that has the whatever they're called, the intercept stacks, that is more arena oriented, but that part of his kit is definitely interesting. But he doesn't have a revive. I don't think he really offers enough for PvP. He isn't very scary, to be honest. So, but I would be shocked if we don't get any PvP champions with intercept passive or skill. Oh, where did you post it in Discord? Can you post it in the Platinum Arena Finnish channel in Discord? Yeah, I need to look into that as well and have like a second client with another another account open so I can make those myself. But we need the top 30 screenshots for the Discord if we want to have a good post reset analysis afterwards. Not quit series. The funny thing about Active Arena is that I used to be in like I always was in Gold 4, even like years ago, and like 3 years ago, most of my champions in my tag team were epics, and it's harder right now than it was back then. So the power creep is pretty big. The new clan is going fine. I mean, we're kind of starting out slow, but there isn't really any issues. I can show it after this battle. We're pretty much full. We have a couple of spots, but I'm being pretty selective with them because I only want to. At this point, the requirement is that somebody that will push for platinum at least. Not every week, but somebody that is actually planning to push platinum. So we might have not high requirements for Hydra and normal CVC, but the fact that we're looking for platinum players is definitely making it not very accessible. But I'm kind of trying to make our own classic arena reset team as well. This is what we have right now. We have no level requirement. I think we have a couple alts here. This one is alt. Nagisa isn't alt, but he was super into it, and I think he might be able to finish platinum. So he got in, even though the other accounts here look a lot more scary. But we got like 4 spots in the clan, basically full, but we have a couple open spots. Oh, I didn't even notice that. By the way, thanks for the donation, XPRT Cop. I definitely remember that you comment on my videos pretty often based on your avatar. Is that? I don't want to say it wrong, but is that like is that Kim Jong Un? No, it's just some random picture. I'm thinking about stereotypes too much. I was thinking is it like Kim Jong Un or what is that? But nah, probably not. It's just some Asian military picture, I guess. Wait, what clan bosses did I do today? Oh, okay, I already did everything. It's down to normal. What are you talking with? HC points, Ming Shao, like CVC or Hydra CVC. You mean that? We don't have like a rule for CVC or Hydra CVC point. The plan is to like play it smart. I mean, I can show you right now. For instance, in Hydra, I mean, we're not even enforcing strict rules here, but as you can see, we're getting very easy opponents since we started out with an inactive clan. And our plan is basically to do as little points as possible for as long time as we can and get really easy battles. I think we can do that for many times in row in Hydra. For normal CVC, it's a bit different because your enemy is based on your last battle's result. So you will literally get the enemy clan that was closest to your points. But in Hydra CVC, right now we're trying to have everybody do 650 mil points and not more than that. We definitely have some people that can do like, basically almost everybody in the clan can do billions. Some people can do tens of billions of points, but nobody can do like hundreds of billions or whatever. But we're trying to do as little points as long as possible. I think even when we start meeting higher teams, we can still place in top 3 most of the time, and we're not trying to like win by force. We're just trying to get one of the 3 spots if possible and not make it harder for ourselves the next time. As far as the normal CVC goes, we will take it basically one at a time, but the plan is to make deals with other people, and we're not gonna go for 3-0 unless the enemy clan like completely gives up and donates us the win. We will usually try to go for 2-1 or 1-2 and try to make deals with people and try to do very low points to get easy battles with enemies every time. But we're basically still trying to get stone skin and reaction every battle. I think that if you're super top end clan, like let's say the first clan of Mad or IPR, those guys can almost, okay, let's take IPR as an example. They can literally win every single normal CVC that they get. But at what cost does that come? Because they obviously get most reaction out of any clan in the game. But if we talk even about some clans that get little bit losses, like let's say Mad, who are not as big whales as IPR and a couple other clans, and actually can't beat them in normal CVC, and they don't have 100% win rate. So often they get 2-1 or 3-0, and sometimes they get even 3-0 if they're against IPR or 1-2. I don't think they're gonna get that much more reaction than us. Definitely a little bit, but our plan is to do much less work and pretty much get the same rewards as even the top clans. And I think if we talk about even like even more like high end but not the top of the top clans, I think they're pretty much gonna get as much reaction as those clans that stay around like 5 to 7 million CVC points every week. Yeah, I think IPR is pretty much the only clan in the game that doesn't lose CVC. Limiting, if you want to join the clans, then send me a message in Discord. I'm not... I want to talk with everybody that is planning to join. If you're Arena Enjoyer, which is literally the clan name, and if you like are into pushing Platinum, and even if you, preferably you have done it before, but if you're planning to do it, there's definitely spot, regardless of your player power. But we can talk about it after the stream. Like, I'm not, we're not just recruiting based on player power, so your account looks very strong, but we're trying to make a team with active arena players, so that, you know, the stronger we are, the more when we get strong enough that we have lots of active arena players, then we can maintain the clan as strong and other people want to join us. And maybe down the line, maybe we will make more clans than one. But for now, that's not an option. So we'll have to think about that later. But we are trying to make a good active arena clan. I feel like there is like a vacuum in the arena scene or the clan scene, that we have not too many clans that are PvP focused. Basically, it's like IPR, MAD, and then Czech Republic, and of course some other clans like some of the top rat clans or GNL and so on. They have a couple people doing arena, but they are not purely arena focused. Basically, we have 3 clans. It's the CHQ, MAD, and IPR. And there is no like option for like for non-whales. Maybe CHQ is the least whaley out of those 3, but I'm trying to make our own top arena clan that is more focused on the arena and less focused on the big CVC and Hydra CVC requirements. But we will see how the clan plays out. It's still, we just started it, so it might die. Who knows? Yeah, the new clan is in OC. I kind of it's kind of funny thing because lots of people message me about it, that like did we have like some beef with SP since we joined the same cluster as them, and then they instantly left afterwards. Basically, my plan was that I wanted to make my own clan, and the options were to either just be own clan or be part of another cluster. And obviously, it's much easier to start a clan if we are part of another cluster and we have other people to like talk with and hang out. And it definitely would have been a nice side benefit to be in the same alliance as SP, but that wasn't really the reason why we joined it. So, and I don't think right now, until we get stronger, I don't think being allied in SP would really have helped us anyway. I mean, I'm sure it would, but it's not. We are not there yet to worry about those things. And if we get a strong clan, I'm sure we can make some alliances with other arena clans. I think I will definitely try to do that if it becomes an relevant possibility. But who knows if they do blind arena? I feel like they might end up doing it. There has been lots of content creators pushing for it, and I feel like they might have done it even if the content creators didn't whine about it. Sure. I'll send a link to my Discord. Yeah, next time I'll have my Discord link in the stream description, and I'll have the chat overlay fixed, but this time it's a bit scuffed. Okay, there's the Discord link. But yeah, starting out new clan isn't easy, so we will see how it goes. I'm not expecting to instantly become like a top clan and that we're able to just will it to existence easily. So oh, you can do that. I wouldn't know. Okay, I should have pinned it the last time that I posted it. I hope my first mythical will be Grixia. I feel like Grixia is so strong champion that you can get pretty far with just her and old fusion champions, at least right now. But I don't think I really need anything else if I get Grixia. Dude, you know what, DP? Actually, technically, I don't know how you call it, but I have pulled one mythical champion. It wasn't with the shards, but it was with the remnants from Curse City. And it literally was Mikage, so it is what it is. Yeah, maybe I will not attack any clanmates next reset. We will see about that. Yeah, Genshin Lockout is something that I have always been crying about. I never had, and lately I've been complaining so much about Taras and Mariska that I almost like some people were like saying that do I just always complain about everything? I mean, I kind of get that, but Lockout has always been the final boss of Raid, but for a while Taras and Mariska was so OP that I I stopped whining about the Lockout. I literally spoke it on the yesterday stream, but I feel like Lockout as mechanic is just too strong. I feel like they never should have implemented it, or at least if it is there needs to be real counters to it, like it not going through immunity or stone skin or something like that. Maybe if Lockout doesn't go through immunity, maybe it always should have been a debuff that you can cleanse it or anything, but when there's no counter at all to that mechanic and it's so strong, it's much stronger than, let's say, attack down or a stun. There's no, it makes no sense that it doesn't have any mechanic to counter it. I almost feel like there is something that they planned to counter it like years ago. They just haven't released it. But how did they not think about Lockout being an issue in the game? Maybe the plan was that they will implement primals, and they thought about it like 5 years ago. But it's kind of hard to get a full team of primals, and yeah. It definitely is too strong meta for me as well. I mean, as you could see on the reset push, I was avoiding most of the teams that I met. Maybe I hit maybe like I don't know, not even 10%. Maybe I hit like 3% of the teams that I met. I literally was spamming refresh. So there almost was a counter. I feel like they did not Pyxnil. Where is Glissa? This is the wrong faction for. No, it's Sacred Order. Yeah, there almost was a champion that was intended to be a Lockout counter, but it wasn't quite good enough. I wish we would have multiple champions like Lisa. That would be kind of interesting. I mean, there should be a champion with the passive. They should do a fusion that if your team gets locked out, then you're gonna lock out the enemy team instead and you don't get locked out. And maybe it has like a 5-turn cooldown or even 7-turn cooldown. So it isn't like a complete counter to Lockout or like not a permanent solution to it. But if you can just counter the first Lockout, that would be good enough. I don't see why they couldn't make a champion like that. Lockout will still be usable, especially in defense, but there really needs to be something that you can do about it. I mean, you can have Grixia. That is the one thing that does work well. No, you can deflect Lockout. It would be kind of interesting if you could deflect it with the deflection set though. Okay, maybe it didn't lock out the enemy team, but maybe there was like a 7-turn cooldown passive that your team cannot be locked out, and it's still gonna be longer cooldown than the enemy lockout. I totally feel like they could make a champion like that. I have no idea what the meta would be if they did it though, because what are you even gonna run? Well, I guess it would just be a different form of Taras and Mariska. I mean, you're still gonna farm teams with Narses, so something like Duchess isn't gonna come back. Probably we will just go back to the Taras, Mariska, Sifi, and UDK. But yeah, they could make an item set too. That kind of sounds an interesting idea. That there could be an item set that you can't be locked out, and maybe it's like a 6-piece item set. So then you can't have Stone Skin, and it's not something that you can really put on Nuker, or you're gonna lose a lot of damage. Maybe that could be a way to try to balance it. If you had an item set that makes you immune to lockout, then maybe you could run Kaimar without resistance in that set, or something like that. There's a lot of champions at this point that reset your cooldowns fully, or at least a little bit. Let me check what's going on in the Discord. I usually hang out in the Platinum Arena channel after it, but not today. Okay, what about, is there... My bad about the Shazap sound thing. I thought I had the sounds off. I'm just curious to see if there's anybody else doing post-Platinum Reset stream, but there's hardly any people streaming Raid right now. It definitely has to do with the, like, it being Monday and the time of the day, but there's only like, I don't know, 7 people streaming Raid. Wait, was that overlay on the... No, it's not on stream, okay. I thought there was like a weird thing, weird pop-up on the OBS or on the stream, but it's just visible to me, not on the actual stream. Oh, okay. Yeah, you guys have your like own holidays that we have like different ones. To be honest, I don't even know half of the Finnish holidays. Like I find about, well, not holidays, but like, you know, some special days. I only find out about them when somebody tells me that, by the way, tomorrow is X holiday or something like that. Like, not to be sexist, but like Women's Day or stuff like that. I don't recall those things out of top of my head. I feel like we could convince Ash to do Platinum Push. It's kind of hard, obviously, for him in his time zone, but not to be like too biased towards him, because, you know, I've been in couple videos with him, but people often meme about Ash and that he doesn't like he does content and doesn't actually play. But Ash is actually very high rank in live arena, which is almost shocking because he's like higher. I think he's like 4.4k or something like that, and that's higher than most of the like top platinum arena players, because they don't generally like live arena. He does play a lot live arena, so I feel like he could be convinced to do Platinum Push, and probably if the time zone wasn't horrible for him, I feel like Ash would probably do it pretty often. Maybe if at some point he's on like traveling or something, maybe he would do it. But he definitely does have good enough to account to do it. I can't recall out of top of my head what primals he does have, though. I don't think he had a lot of primals. I don't think he had Rixia or Galatir when I did a video with him, but I wasn't really looking for it, but surely he could do it. Yeah, I like Farb stuff. Then there's the other one, it's the Russian one. But to be fair, there's multiple good Russian streamers and content creators. The issue is that you don't see them because it's different language and the algorithm isn't showing it to you. But the one good one, for instance, is the guy called Riddick. Let's see if I can find his channel. But he does good videos about like testing out new champions and that kind of stuff. And there's actually multiple other ones that do PvP. There's maybe like more than 5 good PvP Russian content creators, but it's kind of impossible to know about them because you can't understand them and you don't even see their videos in the first place. But sometimes I run into them and I see that they have really good content, actually. Hello, Peps. We got 454 and I hit a clanmate 2 times, or somebody in the cluster, so it was a bit of a blunder today. But I guess, to be fair, there's also a lot of Spanish streamers. I mean, I guess those are the big non-English languages, that like Russian and Spanish. I know there's some good Spanish ones as well, but I can't understand them either. But I think you can make your own implications of it or whatever. But I feel like, not just in Raid, but in general, I feel like the Russian people are always into PvP. And definitely you can see it in the Raid content creator community, that definitely there's a lot of Russian PvP content creators, and there's hardly any non-Russian content creators at all, but the PvP ones. But there's actually a bunch of them that only do PvP content. I mainly only know about them because I have like somebody has linked me their videos, or I have spoken with them. But it's impossible to even find their videos if I know their names. So actually, I was literally watching. I definitely can't find his video, but I was literally watching some Russian PvP content creator like a couple days ago. He wasn't one of the bigger ones, but I mean the channel name must be Russian, so I won't be able to find it. But he also does weekly platinum push, and also okay, this one I can actually find on the reset today. We actually did hit Gear Gamer. I'm pretty sure that's the guy. He's one of them, not the biggest Russian content creator, but he's one of the bigger ones. And I literally did attack him today, so they have a bunch of those. Did he stream it? Oh, he's streaming right now. Okay, so we probably did battle him on his stream, but yeah. That's an interesting one. Yeah, he's streaming, yeah. And there's like 0 English speaking people in the chat. Wait, okay, let me double check what the pool is up right now. Yeah, Bronco is kind of becoming the new Deadwood Jedi, I guess. There is really not too many people either like coming up with new strategies, and the people that are usually make like super end game strategies for the top Hydra accounts or something like that. So there isn't too many. Stu Gaming, I know lots of people hate Stu Gaming. I like him. I mean, he does like a little bit of drama, but I think Stu Gaming did some really good content around like good teams for like Doom Tower, for instance, for like progression and so on. I think he did really good stuff with that. Yeah, there's the battle with Gear Gamer. I'm pretty sure it must be him, but we actually did hit a Russian content creator during the push. Dude, okay, this is kind of embarrassing. I'm not far in the missions at all. The thing was that when we got the Marius, we got the fusion up, and I wasn't able to do some of those missions. I was a little bit behind with them because of that. Not a lot, but a little bit. But then I was like clanless for a week, and that put everything. I was stuck in like one mission that was like do Hydra or something like that, and I was stuck in that for a week. And then there was like literally like couple missions more after that, and then there was like another week time gate. So it's not like I can't do the missions, but I'm just getting super hard time gated right now. I know some people already got Marius, and I'm not even close to it, which kind of sucks because I'm really looking forward to getting him, and I definitely will use him a lot in live arena. I mean, he's kind of even like a counter to primals with his passive, that he counterattacks if they change form or do turn meter reduction. And then I've spoken about this before, but all of his damage skills are AoE abilities, and he even has a triple hitter A2 that is AoE. He's literally the best champion in the game to use Cruelty Blessing on, which is definitely the best damage blessing in the game by far. It's just not very practical on most people. I might even go for 6-star blessing on Marius. I'll have to think about it, but he might be worth doing it. We will have to see. I really wish they would have had a soul in the missions, or maybe they would do another event for Marius soul. But he would get a massive benefit out of the 6-star blessing. But yeah, it kind of sucks that I'm a bit behind in them. I haven't I don't know how long it will take for me to finish at this point. It might be like a month or multiple months. It's just that some of those missions like time gate you. Like I can do this mission tomorrow to kill Spirit Iron Twins, and then I can do like 5 missions, and then I'm stuck on the void mission for a week again. Okay, then I can do a lot of missions. Wait, what? Can I literally finish the rest of this section after that? Okay, I pretty much can finish everything after that. The next one that I will get stuck after it is the finish within top 10 in a tournament group, but I definitely can do that. It might take me like a day to wait for a tournament to end, but I guess next week I'll definitely be able to finish this section. I was just getting gate kept really hard by the Doom Tower, the Iron Twins missions. But everything else I can do except this one and the Void mission instantly. Oh, did they have some kind of leaks? I mean, when Blessings were released, I think does it still show it? Yeah, you can see the locked bar in the bottom left corner on the screen. I was talking about. Actually, you can see it. Wait. I always screw this in every single video that you can see my my items and bills, but you can see this locked icon here. So everybody was instantly speculating that there's some blessings that didn't show up yet. But I mean, that's not very secret. I mean, it's very visible. So. But did Noobs or Hell Hades have any specific information about the upcoming blessings? I'm not really trying to peddle in with any kind of leaks since I'm in the DC program, but people do have like data mining and stuff, and I guess Barium doesn't really get mad if people have leaks. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think it's so long that I don't recall the specifics of Ramantu missions, but I think the Marius missions are much less time consuming than the old ones, so it's really annoying to wait like a week. Like, I had to wait for this mission for like 5 days, and then I had to wait for the Void Iron Twins for another week, so it's annoying to get stuck like this, but I think the other missions were way harder in the past. Oh wait, I didn't check the event that we had. Yeah, somebody said something about the events. I guess they're not up yet. I did see, let me double check. I did see that Barium was doing some events for dungeons. I think those are public info. Oh, you were talking about this spool. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I would say that Harima is the main champion that you want to get from normal shards, and then there's other, like maybe Mishinaki is super good on Hydra, but all of the champions in this pool are pretty good ones. Okay, well, I wasn't in that meeting sadly, so it is what it is. I'm sure we will get some special summoning events this week. I mean, lately Plarium does like 15 summoning events every week, and they didn't announce anything yet for this week. Probably tomorrow we will know about some new events, but they did announce yesterday that we are getting like random events for Fire Knight, Ice Golem, and Dragon for Speed, Provoke, and Savage Set. So those are pretty good events if you care about them, but I don't care about any dungeon set. I have spoken about this before, but I don't really actively farm any dungeon at all. Like farming Chaos Dust and what's the other one called? Farming Chaos Dust and the other one is so hard. Chaos Powder, yeah. It's so energy consuming and time consuming that probably the next time I can worry about farming dungeons is in the next year, but at least for the rest of this year I'm definitely not gonna farm any dungeons, and when I do I might actually start farming Ice Golem a little bit just to get good curse sets for Hydra, but I don't really care about any dungeon sets at this point. I haven't been using my Razel Warg in anything really, but I should build him just for curse. I think he's in some build, but I should use him just for curse city if nothing else, but probably put him maybe in my brutal Hydra team. But I know lots of people use him in Hydra and Fire Knight, so he's actually one of the better recent fusions that we got. Yeah, Rotos is kind of not meta. I think there's a possibility that he could be meta at some point. If for some reason there's an easy way to counter UDK, I wouldn't completely rule him out, but at least for right now, you can't really count on Rotos being your carry. Like, he doesn't work in defense because of Narses A2, and even outside of that, there's many other ways to kill him, like Basileus or Ronda and so on. And you can counter him with UDK and Harima passives, so he's really not very practical for Classic Arena. I mean, he's still one of the best non-void and non-primal champions for sure. But the new meta is all of those primal nukers. Well, Rotos, Narses, I mean, UDK, Narses, Harima, all of them are a problem. If you run a Rotos defense, and Rotos is the only nuker that you have, it's obviously super easy to just farm it with UDK and nothing else really matters in your offense team. I would know. That's how I have gotten my red avatars. So I mean, I think Rotos is more viable in live arena than it is in classic arena. But definitely you can't run him in classic arena defense right now, even though I did him on the reset. Anyway, I don't think there's any interesting content right now. I need to work on some videos as well that I was planning to do, and I want to get the stream overlays fixed for the chat and so on. I'll definitely do another stream this week though. But this was mostly the second death stream and the platinum bush, but I'm not gonna bore you guys too much by grinding my dailies today. If anyone has any like final questions, then hit me up because I'm about to go out. I finished 454 and I did hit OC clanmate 2 times. I know. I didn't notice it until after reset, but I know now. So I hit the same guy twice at like last 5 minutes or something like that. Yeah, I plan to stream the Blood Push every week from now on. That's the plan. Like, I used to push every week for like years. Then sometimes I haven't been as actively as I always been. But the plan was always to stream it, and I plan to do it like literally every week if I can from now on. I'll definitely do some other streams, but the main stream that I will always do is the Classic Arena push. I feel like it's better done as a stream than as like a video, so. Yeah, okay, he finished higher than me, so good for him. Like, it was in like the last couple of minutes, and I like fell out, and I was just like spamming refresh madly and not paying attention enough to the names, and I just happened to hit him twice, and I didn't even know until afterwards. I actually did do a live arena stream yesterday just to test it out. I'm not sure. I think maybe I'll do some on the video and some on the stream. I really don't know. I need to get, next time I do live arena on the stream though, I will definitely have music on the background. Yeah, I will after I'm off stream. I was gonna, of course. Galatir, Harimo plus Kaimar. I mean, sure. Galatir, I think that's a balanced selection of champions that Kaimar is gonna be helpful like early game and mid game, and Galatir and Harima is maybe more end game arena champions, but sure, those would be good champions to pick. Not that I should really endorse that too much, because obviously Plarium is not gonna be too happy with that kind of stuff, but everybody does it, so I don't really judge. I mean, I would do it if I was new, to be honest. So I mean, I didn't do it, but I understand why you would do it. Technically, I mean, I don't even drive. I only play on my own account, and I have been kind of refusing to play on other people's accounts because I don't like it. So for me, it's about the progression on my own account. But at this point, the game is like 5 years old, and it's pretty much impossible to start out with new account. So I mean, if you have the patience to play, there's always like catch-up mechanics that they release new item sets and champions that are better than the old ones. So in super long term, you can catch up, but it's gonna take you years to do it. Let's say that you're like a mid game right now, you can definitely be like super end game in a couple years, but it's gonna take time. what is the best epic? I don't think any epic right now is relevant in PvP. As far as PvE goes, I'm sure I will give the wrong answer. I mean, there's a bunch of epics that are useful, like from like Ugo to Demuta and like all of the unkillable champions, but I don't know. I don't know what's the best epic, but none of them is good for PvP. My most wanted champion definitely wouldn't be Nuker. It would be either Grixia and then maybe Galatir. But out of Nukers, I mean, I wanna say it still would be Taras instead of Lazarus. Probably I would want Taras still more, to be honest. Even with the Narses being a thing, that's how good Taras is. I mean, Taras would be super good for live arena. I would definitely use it in my classic arena defense as well, even without Maritzka, but it would be a big upgrade on my live arena pushes because he's an HP scaling champion that can take hits and does have enough damage to be the only nuker in your team. So Taras' damage is still super insane, even if he's now a mortal against the Narses nukers. And I would pick both of them. I mean, I would probably like, if I don't get Armans and I'm the second pick, I would probably just pick Taras and Narses every battle as my first two champions. Harima is good. Probably it kind of depends what you have, but probably Taras is still better. I mean, Taras is a void champion, so it's much more feasible to get Harima, let's say. I mean, I would use either one of them. But for the big boy accounts, I think Lazarus is very good, and for probably most of them, if they don't have him, then Lazarus would be the most wanted nuker. Siegfried is very good, but he's kind of more easily countered than the other ones. Yeah, I mean, of course I know who Cartman is. I mean, there has been some dramas with him in the past. I mean, about some stuff that Plarium isn't happy about. Of course I know who he is. But I guess about multiple different things that Plarium is not happy about. Wasn't he like the leader of what was the name of the clan? The infamous clan that did boosting. Wasn't he their leader, literally? At least he was in it. I always forget the name of the clan because it's so long time ago. Somebody knows what clan I'm talking about. The Russian clan that was doing the boosting. What was it called? Wait, who is the top live arena player right now? It isn't Doc anymore since he wasn't active. Okay, it's Doc Morrow, and I don't know who plays on it. I don't think he plays on it himself. Top 2 is IPR, and then we got Husky, who's also a Russian content creator. Pretty big one as well. Husky is probably the biggest content creator in Raid that you have never heard about. I literally can't even find his channel if I search for Husky Raid. I have to like scroll down a lot to find his channel. Husky is very, very nice guy, so goes up to him if you can understand Russian. I can sadly. He mostly makes sponsored Dragonair videos, but he definitely does make raid content as well. But Dragonair does pay you good money, so. What's that helper list? I literally have no idea what you're talking about. Is it like a list for the selling the items? I don't use any at all. I just manually sell them. I don't farm dungeons that much, so I just have done it myself. Oh, okay, cruise and place on it. Oh, I think somebody mentioned that just a couple days ago. Yeah. Obviously, I do know Cruisen because he used to push Platinum, kind of like Jazz Up that we were talking about earlier. Both of them are IPR players, and both of them have been actively pushing for ever since I have done it. So they definitely must be one of the most the people with most Platinum Arena finishes, because they have been doing it actively for like 3+ years, and there isn't too many people that have been doing it. Yeah, Husky is super nice. I mean, there's some big language barrier, but he's a very nice guy. I literally don't know about Carman at all. I don't even know how he looks. I mean, I know how South Park Cartman does, but I definitely have seen him sometime, but like I haven't followed his content. I just have heard about Cartman bunch of times, and the dramas that he was involved in is like years ago, so I kind of forget half of it, but I don't even recall how he looks or when I have seen his content before. We do have we do care about Hydra class. We're just, like I said before, it's like if you do super well on normal CVC or Hydra CVC, you're just gonna meet harder enemies, and if you do okay on it and you pay attention that sometimes you maybe do less points and you take a loss on purpose, or you don't do as much points as you could on Hydra because there's no need to do 15 trillion more damage than the enemy clan if you can just do a little bit more. We're definitely gonna get a lot of stone skin even without being the biggest Hydra clan. So I think we're gonna get stone skin and protection pretty much as anybody else, apart from like couple clans like IPR that win every single CVC and Hydra CVC, but all of the other ones, even mad, they do lose them. And when they do lose them, they still have to go really hard, and it's super painful, and couple players quit every time after it, and it's a big drama. It's not their fault, but I kind of I hate that stuff. So the plan is that we will get as much as possible with as little effort as possible. Highland, so I got 454, so it didn't go that well, but it was like I got couple losses in the end, so it could have easily been top 100, but not today. At least we didn't finish gold 4. Could have been way worse. It was super close. I'm sure, considering that I was 454, I'm sure it was like literally 5 points away from gold, or maybe even less. Maybe like 2 points away from gold 4. Okay, Dragon Balls, you remember what was the Russian clan that did the boosting? Cartman was in it, right? But was he the leader? I feel like he was leader or one of the leaders. Conclave, yeah, Conclave is the one that I'm talking about. Nobody said it, but I remember it now. Wasn't Cartman in Conclave? I'm like certain that he was, and wasn't he one of the leaders as well? Yeah, I think Conclave disbanded like years ago. I think what's it called? Revenge of Tentacles. I think that's mostly Conclave. I don't know if it's like a new clan or they just changed the name. Pretty sure that's the same, almost the same clan though. Yes, yeah, CNL, yeah. What's my real name? I mean, it's not like you can't find out, but I can type it. That's my actual first name. It's pretty universal one that you pretty much have that name in every single language, I think. They say it a little bit differently. Yeah, and Dragon Balls, it wasn't just boosting, it was also cheat engine. I mean, I don't think most people realize how common the use of cheat engine actually was. Everybody was doing it. Let's put it that way. Everybody was doing it. All of the top players were doing it. Most of them, I mean, pretty much none of them use it anymore. Possibly some of them do use it, but it was very common. Everybody was doing it. People kind of brush that off and like forget about it and don't speak about it, but that's what actually happened. It wasn't just the boosting, but everybody was using cheat engine. My in-game name, I have talked about it before, but when I was younger, I mean, I'm not that old, but I was always like big fan of like anime as a kid, and it's literally just comes from the name Shinigami, which means like god of death in Japanese. There was a bunch of animes. It didn't actually come from Death Note, but I did watch Death Note, but I used that as my gaming name since like I don't know. It was my name in RuneScape maybe like 22 years ago. Like when I was in elementary school, my character in RuneScape was Shinigami, and everybody was always calling me Shini, so that's why I changed it. Yeah, not the first time that John Lennon name has been put out. Yeah, Dragon Balls, I think you missed it, but it wasn't that long time ago, maybe like a year ago. There was like a Russian guy that was in ET, and he literally streamed himself using using cheat engine. It was super funny. He literally showed it on the stream. But if you played back in the day or you know about the insides of the top workings back then, everybody was using cheat engine. Like it was way more common than people generally know about. Not gonna say any names, but everybody. Let's put it that way. Okay, here's the funny thing. I have told this I think once before, but obviously I have never used cheat engine in Raid. I have used cheat engine in the past. Somebody might know an old browser game called Dragon Fable, which is like a super old one. And when I was like a kid, like literally like in elementary school, they had like, you know, of course, the paid membership in the game. And you used to be able to use Cheat Engine to get the paid membership version on your account, or you wouldn't permanently get it, but you could get it up in the game while you had Cheat Engine up, and that way you could actually play the game fully without having money if you're a little child without credit card. So that was good. Yeah, of course I do use RSL Helper, if that's what you mean. The issue with it is that it's down half of the time, so I can't even use it when I need to. Not that I don't farm dungeons that much, so I don't usually need it, but sometimes if there's like fusion events, then you need it. Yeah, there was a bunch of different weird like dramas in Raid in the past, and I have kind of forgotten about them, but every now and then people bring up stuff like Dragogate. There was of course the stuff about parting cows and the boosting in Platinum Arena and multiple other things. I don't think Dragogate was even that big deal. I mean, I never cared about it, but people were super offended about it. Uh, okay, I'm gonna misremember some exact details, but basically Parium just gave it to somebody because I don't recall, like he won some like global tournament or whatever it was, and then they gave it retroactively. And back in those days, which you might find shocking to believe, but Dracomorph was pretty much considered the best champion in the game, or one of the best ones. I think this was this before Platinum Arena was even a thing? I feel like it was around that time. It may have been just released, or it wasn't even in game, but it was super big deal for many people. I mean, Dragomorph was the best champion for clan boss at the time. Yeah, I don't. There was something that he won a tournament, and then they retroactively gave it to him, but I don't recall why exactly they gave it to him. And then they made like some kind of excuse that they had planned to give it, or something like that. But it was a big deal, and people like people really it was like Urogrim. It was like Urogrim nerf, but several years before that. People really got mad about it. And me personally, I didn't really care about either one. It wasn't a big deal to me. So yeah, it was something like that. Okay, yeah, not tournament, but faction wars. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and then Barium said like, which was like felt like an excuse to people that they like afterwards said that they had planned to do it all along, but it felt like they just gave it to him like because they're because they're friends or whatever, and then they made up an excuse. But it really wasn't that big deal. I don't care. I mean, we had multiple champion like Jacomorph. I'm pretty sure he has been multiple times the prize in tournaments. It's not like you haven't been able to get it afterwards. And nowadays, nobody cares about Dracomorph. Even if you do have him, you don't use him. If you didn't play the game since start, you probably haven't even heard before that Dracomorph used to be considered a top champion, but he was. I mean, I wish I will never get a Dragomorph, and I hope you guys never will get him as well. Let's put it that way. Clan boss used to be a lot harder in those days. Nowadays, because of Deadwood Jedi and other people and new champions, it really isn't too hard to do it. There's million different team setups. Unkillable wasn't even a thing always, so people had to just be tanky and use defense buff and kill it with brute force. Yeah, I mean, maybe some of you guys have never even had a team without unkillable. Protoss and Brachus used to be both very popular in Clan Boss, and when Madame Series was released, for instance, she was actually very popular as well because there wasn't too many great champions with decreased defense, even though she doesn't really do anything else on it apart from the defense and attack debuffs. Anyway, I think we're gonna call it quits for today. I'll definitely do at least one other stream this week. I'm not sure when, but something else. We'll see. Maybe I'll do one live arena push live when I got the overlay set up that I have the chat and the music on the stream. Yeah, I miss the old days that there was many good epics and everybody had Madame Series and she was pretty much just as good as Kaimar, if not better sometimes. I don't have any speculations about the fusion. I mean, I don't really worry about that too much. We will see. I mean, I wish it was a lockout counter, but or some kind of arena champion, but who knows? Or maybe a primal fusion. I feel like surely they are gonna do a primal one at some point. Oh yeah, I totally forgot that Madame Series was actually nerfed. I used to run Madame Series with shield set in my classic arena defense at one point, and it actually was pretty good in those days. Well, okay, I wish they did that. We talked about it before on the stream. I hope they make some new mechanics that counter lockout. There's so many ways that they can do it, as long as they decide that they want to implement something. But sure, they could do that. And I'm sure we will get many new champions with the intercept stuff. And the buff seems very potent for PvP. So I think there's a high likelihood that if they make some kind of good champion for PvP with intercept, it can be a very big thing. Like, let's say Galatir had intercept or something like that. it could be meta in defense. Yeah, I will never forget the back and forth that Boomer and Chosen had, especially since they were talking about it non-stop in the clan Discord. But that was kind of funny. I think everybody made reaction videos to that. I think even MacChan made a reaction video to it, and of course tons of other people did as well. And they were doing reaction videos to other people's reaction videos and stuff. I think, let me double check, at least until not long time ago, Boomer still does make content, but he plays the Diablo Immortals, and he does still talk in the Mad Clan Discord every now and then, but not every day. He used to be definitely the most active player in the Discord, but he does talk there. Okay, his last video is 5 months ago, so I guess he hasn't been making content, but he does talk in Discord. I didn't even know he played Watcher of Realms. Oh, you can see it on the video, of course. That's Boomer's channel. Go subscribe to him if you want. He used to be the biggest content creator for PvP at one point, but that's a while ago. I mean, how many years ago he quit Raid? Maybe 3 years? I literally don't even know what champion is Gramp here. That doesn't even sound like a champion that I know. I mean, hasn't Fellhound been in the game since start? I'm pretty sure. Actually, originally the best... This is a funny thing. This is if you know type of thing. The original best campaign farmer was actually Executioner. If you played in the early days of Raid, you will know that Executioner for a good while was considered one of the best champions in the game. Not only was he able to solo campaign with pretty bad gear, but he was actually very good in PvP. And back in those days, first of all, there wasn't 6-star gear, and the gear just overall was much worse in the early days, so Executioner was very hard to kill and a massive menace in PvP. Yeah, I have been using Fellhound since forever, but Executioner is the original campaign farmer. So what I did at the start of Raid is I had 3 accounts and I played all of them for a couple months, and then I picked the account that pulled Sinesha, so I never used Executioner on that account, or this account. I don't think I even have a 6-star Executioner, but I did have on some of the other accounts that I started out with. Also, another champion that was super annoying was, where is it? So we had the Santa fusion at the start. It was basically, technically I think after the Santa fusion ended, then was the official release, but I think the fusion material for it was Jingle Hunter and Rain Beast. Where is it? Everybody had Rain Beast in Classic Arena Defense, and they were, he's Skinwalker, of course. They were super annoying to deal with. They were even more unkillable than Executioner, but they did less damage. But where is it? The passive was impossible to get through, and it's only 2 turn cooldown, and was super annoying. Anyway, I think that's where we're gonna call it a day. I think I might have another video later, because not a stream but video, because I have a list of videos that I need to do. But tune in next week. I will have the plot push every week. I'm trying to do it. So if you're into it, then join next time and join my Discord. We have the PvP channels. I'm trying to redirect everybody there so we can talk about Arena and have a big group, so that there's actually a Discord dedicated to Arena. And that's pretty much all of the shilling I have to. So if anybody has anything else to say, then, or if you don't, then I'm out. If you have any good ideas that you like, what content you want me to stream, I'm definitely open to ideas, but I'll definitely do some other random streams than plot push as well. But I will definitely do way more videos than streams. I'm not gonna become a full-time streamer overnight like some of the more stream-focused content creators. I'm practicing my editing skills. It's not like a massive deal, but I'm trying to make my videos look a little bit more refined and edited, so I'm working on that stuff instead. Anyway, that's it. Have a